An early morning sortie, like so many others, before and since.
The reason people care so much about cluster bombs is because they cause too many civilian deaths and injuries. They're completely indiscriminate, and when they're used in populated areas like they have been, you're almost guaranteed to kill civilians. The second huge problem, so many of them fail to explode that you're leaving a minefield in the area that you've bombed. So during the attacks they're indiscriminate, and after the attacks they're indiscriminate for years and decades afterwards.
Guinea Bissau on Africa's west coast is one of the poorest countries in the world, still recovering from a civil war that ravaged the country a decade ago.
In our industry, if you make a mistake, it's not about a few figures on an Excel spreadsheet, it's about people's body parts.
Steve Ballinger is a former British military officer. He has come to Bissau to help put things right.
It's a lot of stuff, a hell of a lot of stuff scattered over not just this area, but as we said, 2.5 kilometres away.
During the 90s, Guinea-Bissau was torn apart by a civil war. When the war finally ended in 1999, the country was littered with untold numbers of unexploded munitions.
During the height of the civil war, the area formed part of the front line and came under heavy bombardment. By any clearance task itself, it's pretty huge.
I would like to be able to sit here and tell you how many cluster bombs there are on the ground, but it's impossible for me to do that. We know, for example, that there are around 300 million in Southeast Asia. The fact is that with the press of a button, you can release, thousands and thousands of these submunitions in one go.
A multiple launch rocket system is capable of releasing 12 M26 rockets every 60 seconds. The M26 carries 644 submunitions, or bomblets, each designed to obliterate everything within a 4-meter radius. In the space of 1 minute, over 7,000 of the bomblets are released, ensuring a wide swath of death and destruction. But up to 30% of these bomblets fail to explode, lying dormant for years, even decades, waiting for their unknown victims.
The military will not go around picking these things up and collecting them. After the war is over, they will just load everything into their trucks and they drive away. And the locals will come back into that area. Nobody tells the mines that the war is over.
Peter Fuyane has worked for 17 years, demining locations around the world. It is painstaking work, but the rewards are high.
One takes a lot of comfort in doing what one is doing. You must remember in your mind, one mine you remove is a life saved.
Over 150 men meticulously clear the site of cluster bombs and other munitions. Each bomb is carefully uncovered and removed to a safe storage area. At the end of every week, the bombs are disposed of. Peter and Steve are hoping to return the land to the local people before the planting season. But the task of ridding the world of cluster bombs is far from over. Over 30 countries are currently suffering their effects. But the source of the problem can be found elsewhere. In the countries that manufacture the bombs, those that deploy them, and those that include them in their military arsenals.
All you gotta do is keep your hands in the air for another 30 seconds.
May 2008. The problem has finally found its way onto the world stage. 107 countries gather in Dublin to adopt a comprehensive ban on cluster bombs. It is the product of a year of negotiation and a landmark in the field of disarmament.
The general consensus of countries states that something is unacceptable. This treaty means that you have to destroy all your cluster munitions within 8 years. This treaty means that you have to promote and respect the human rights of any people who have been injured. But maybe most importantly of all, this treaty means that it is morally repugnant for anyone, anywhere, to even contemplate the use of cluster munitions.
The fields of Bissau, once strewn with bombs, have been cleared. The land can finally be returned to the local people. To those who work so hard demining the area, this makes it all worthwhile.
I feel very good afterwards when you have to hand back the land. It is nice. It's a nice feeling. I don't know, it is a cloud-9 feeling.